Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In-Groove in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm doing the new arrival video for July 10th, 2026. And this is a absolutely jam-packed new arrivals with also a ton of killer pre-orders that were just announced. I will actually start with the pre-orders, starting with the title that I think I was looking forward to the most this year. That is the In-Groove exclusive from Org Music of Funkadelic's Maggot Brain. It was just announced yesterday. I've got it on the website for pre-order. But there is a slew of iterations of this thing. So it comes out September 11th. Weird day for a release, but it comes out September 11th. I have on the website a cassette, the 45 RPM, the standard black vinyl, a red indie exclusive, and also they did an SACD for this release. But the one you should get is the In-Groove exclusive. The In-Groove exclusive is limited to 2,000 copies. 2,000 copies, black vinyl, but the difference with this versus the standard black vinyl, it has got a Stoughton tip-on jacket. So think the same type of cover you get with a Blue Note Tone Poet. A high gloss Stoughton tip-on jacket. They're also individually numbered on the back. The record itself is all analog, no matter what version you get. If you get the 45 RPM or you get the 33 RPM, they're all analog cut. The difference is the standard black vinyl is just the basic, the standard cardboard cover. I wanted for the In-Groove exclusive, I did it with Free Your Mind, which I also have available still on the website. That's already out. I wanted the highest all around production of it. So I had the cover upgraded. So that is the In-Groove exclusive for the Funkadelic. Really looking forward to it. I heard many great things. I haven't got a test pressing of it yet. I'm hoping to get one soon to kind of hear it. The last album, Funkadelic in general, Parliament, has a kind of a wonky history when it comes to sound quality. Not all of their records were recorded really well. Funkadelic's Maggot Brain was recorded, for instance, quite a bit better sonically than Free Your Mind. I think it's a much better sounding record. Great record, highly recommend it. I think if you're a rock fan, you should. It's just one of those records that should be in your collection. Absolute killer, blazing guitar. It's a funk record, soul record, but it's more of it's got a rock lean to it. If you haven't listened to it, listen to the opening track. Listening to that absolute blazing guitar solo by Eddie Hazel. Phenomenal record. Highly recommend it. And I've got all the iterations on the website now. Mobile Fidelity just announced a whole bunch of new releases. And these are releases that people are really going to go nuts over. Starting with, they're doing 3 Rush titles. They're doing a Farewell to Kings as a one-step in SACD. They're doing Fly By Night in the self-titled as a 45 RPM and SACD. Both to be announced dates. Another big announcement was Donald Fagen's Kamakiriad. They are doing it as a one-step and a SACD. This is a title that I'm actually shocked that hasn't been in print in a long, long time. I don't know if it's ever gotten a repress. The originals of this record are quite expensive. I haven't had one in like 5 or 6 years, but I want to say 5 or 6 years ago, and it wasn't even at this location, it was at our old store. That was $200-300 off the top of my head from memory. It was an expensive record. I'm curious, I'm going to look when I go home what it's actually going for now. But yeah, those are going to be all very desirable MoFi titles. MoFi's been knocking it out of the park on their selection lately. They're doing, out there squirrely stuff, the National, Angel Olsen, and then they're doing stuff people are, the traditional customer base, the audiophiles still want. Donald Fagen, Rush, that type of thing. Okay. I love the Rolling Stones. I've listened to this record many, many times now. I think I've listened to it about 6 times. It sounds awesome, but I'll talk about that in a minute. Well, I guess I'll talk about it right now because there's a plethora of variations of that record. Starting with the box set of it. The box set is kind of a combo box set. You're getting an exclusive yellow vinyl edition. You're getting a slip mat, an art print, and a Blu-ray featuring a Dolby Atmos and a 5.1 surround and a high-res stereo mix. So that is the Rolling Stones' new album, Foreign Tongues. More variants to come, but let's get through all the box sets first. 25th anniversary of J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez. This is a hardbound book edition vinyl, but it includes a 20-page booklet of rare photos and a brand new remix of Play. Thin Lizzy, the 55th anniversary edition of the self-titled debut 4LP box set. This is the deluxe edition of that album. This is DJ Shadows, the Mo Wax singles, 1993 to 1997, finally available. The complete collection, half-speed remasters from the original tapes. And the Motley Crue 45. This is the Picture Disc collection. Includes the multi-platinum albums, Too Fast for Love, Shout at the Devil, Theater of Pain, Girls, 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 and Dr. Feelgood. So, an all picture disc box set. Okay, back to the Stones. Great record. So, we've gotten 4 tracks released so far. I think my 2 favorite tracks on the record are actually not part of those releases. I'm a huge fan of Mr. Charm. God, what was the other one? Maybe You Know I'm No Good. Maybe I Don't Want to Lose You. I don't remember. Because, when you're listening to records, put the record on and you just go. But now that I try to peg it in my mind. Mr. Charm for sure. Great record. Really good. I am typically not a fan of when my favorite artists come out with a record. David Gilmour comes out with a record. Paul McCartney comes out with a record. Elton John. When these iconic artists come out with these records today, it's nice. They're still in the studio, but sonically, musically, they're like, well, not sonically, but musically, some of them are hard to get through. This is not that. This record is awesome. Highly recommend it. If you're a Stones fan, Dad Lost a Step sounds fantastic. I've got multiple versions of this thing. Let's go through them all. This is the Indie Store exclusive on green vinyl. This is the clear vinyl version. I think this comes with a pack of trading cards, if I'm not mistaken. This is kind of cool. They did a baseball tie-in with Hackney Diamonds, so where you got one of every Major League Baseball team, a different cover. This time they did a Marvel variant. So this is Captain America. Kind of looks like a comic. This, on black vinyl, but it comes with a comic book. Captain America's busting through some tongue logos. The Hulk lifting a car with the tongue logo on the side. Thor with kind of a electric tongue logo in the background. And there is a Wolverine where he's cutting through the tongue logo, which I don't have at the moment. I've got most of the tongue logos or the Marvel are sold out, but I've got more on the way. I got an email from UMG that there was a trucking issue and they're probably going to be a couple days late. So I don't actually have all my inventory on these yet, but maybe by the time you're watching this video, or maybe tomorrow, Friday, or maybe Monday at the latest, I'll have the rest of them. But I am getting a restock on all the Rolling Stones titles. Go ahead and put a restock notification on the website via text message. And as soon as I receive them in, you'll get a text message, which is a good idea to do for everything. The email's a little weird. Sometimes the emails go to spam filter, but the text message goes right to you. And it's only a one-time thing. So if you put a restock notification in, the next time it gets restocked, you'll get a notification right away. The new album from Jack White, Frozen Charlotte. This is the Indie Blue Vinyl exclusive. We had a listening party on this earlier today. Musically, I've never been a huge Jack White fan or White Stripes fan musically, but this was a good record. I mean, it's a lo-fi record, but this is a good, just guitar rock record. I enjoyed it. It was a fun listening party. This is the indie vinyl exclusive, and then I have the standard black vinyl version. All right, from Rhino Reserve, another really hotly awaited title. This is the Doobie Brothers, Taking It to the Streets. This is all analog, cut from the master tapes by Matt Luthans. Seemed like it's been a while since we had a Rhino Reserve, and there we go. This is a reissue of Bubble Puppy. A Gathering of Promises from International Artists, classic psych record. To go with the box set, we've got Thin Lizzy, the self-titled album. This is the 2LP 55th anniversary edition. The original album plus a new remix by Richard Whittaker on green vinyl. All right, we gotta make some room. Alice Cooper, Along Came a Spider. Newly remastered in 2025, including 3 bonus tracks. 2 later era Alice Cooper records. Welcome to My Nightmare 2. High quality 45 RPM audio, newly remastered in 2025, including 7 bonus tracks. A phenomenal album, somewhat tough to find in the wild an original of. This is the debut album of Generation X. Billy Idol. Features Ready Steady Go, Kiss Me Deadly. But yeah, pre-solo career, Billy Idol. I think this is on red vinyl. Yeah, red vinyl. Devo. Nitrous Nightmare. This is Halloween Live, 1975, 2LP version. What are they doing on this? This looks really good, man. Secret Agent Man. Jocko Homo. Shimmy Shake. Nice. This is on Haunted Striptease colored vinyl. The Bronski Beat. Truth Dare Double Dare. 40th anniversary edition. This is the limited edition baby pink vinyl version of Wet Legs Moisturizer. Been a really popular album the last year. Paul McCartney's Flowers in the Dirt. This is a new pressing of the record. Actually, it was supposed to come out like a month ago. It got delayed, but there it is. Selena Live. This is the Memorial Coliseum, February 7th, 1993. I want to say most of this pile, too, is all restocks. I don't think there's, is new arrivals. I don't really think there's any restocks in here. Suki Waterhouse, Loveland. This is a signed version, signed pink vinyl. So I'm guessing maybe a signed insert goes inside of here. My Chemical Romance, Danger Days, The Truth Lives. Excuse me. It is really small in my defense. What was the name of this record? The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys. This is the indie vinyl version. My price tags, the longer the title is on something, the smaller it makes the text. So you should see some of the classical titles. You need binoculars to be able to read the title, but that's how it is. It helps if the actual title is on the record, but that is not the case here. That was the indie vinyl version. This is just the standard deluxe vinyl version. This is on green sludge vinyl and sea blue vinyl. Yeah, the sea blue vinyl is the indie exclusive. All right, America. Helicon Days. Where they put the hype sticker upside down. From Music on Vinyl, we've got Rose Tattoo. This is white and black swirl vinyl, limited to 1,500 copies. It's number 1150. Rose Tattoo, Assault and Battery, limited to 1,000 copies on white and black swirl vinyl. This is number 145. What is this? Owl City, Ocean Eyes. Cool little, where is this? Dubai? Kind of a cool little condo right out in the ocean. Say Anything, self-titled, indie exclusive on pink, blue, and yellow tri-striped vinyl. The Temper Trap, Sungazer. This is the indie vinyl version on blue vinyl. Black Marble, A Different Arrangement from Hadley Art. From Sub Pop, the Loser Edition, which is their first pressing, The Head and the Heart, live at Numos, 2011 in Seattle. The 20th anniversary of AFI's December Underground. I feel like this has already come out, so this might be a variation that we were waiting on. Trey Anastasio, live and acoustic. Recorded live on Trey's 2025 acoustic tour. I saw him in 1997. I was visiting my aunt in Indiana, Indianapolis, Indiana, and she took me to 2 shows. I think they were back-to-back nights. Trey Anastasio and Annie DeFranco. He was really good. I was young. I knew nothing about Fish. I knew nothing about this guy, but he did a bunch of killer Jimi Hendrix stuff, which was awesome. All right, the Gun Club, Miami. Their classic second album from 1982, produced by Chris Stein of Blondie. Actually, a really good record. First record's really good too. Emerson, Lake and Powell, self-titled album from Cherry Red Records. This is the gold vinyl edition. Actually, it's on like a really nice tip-on jacket. Looks like it's going to be just the generic cheap cover, but it's not. All right, Jane Remover, Census Designated. Weir, Feels Like You. Baby blue vinyl. The Plot in You, indie record store exclusive on hardwood vinyl. Same album on just standard vinyl. What do we got here? Low Cut Connie, Living in the USA. Oh, I didn't know this was out. Kind of buried in the middle here. John Coltrane's Impressions, part of the Acoustic Sounds series, all analog, cut from tape by mostly Matt Luthans at this point at God Almighty, the Mastering Lab. Charles Tolliver with Gary Bartz, Herbie Hancock, Ron Carter, and Joe Chambers. That's quite the lineup, huh? Originally on Strata East, this is Right Now and Then. This is all analog, cut from the master tapes by Kevin Gray. He did a phenomenal job on these. They're put out by Mac Avenue. They're doing the whole run of, well, I don't know if it's all the Strata stuff, but they're doing a good amount of Strata stuff, it seems. And they're giving it kind of the full-blown tone poet treatment. They've been really good. Another phenomenal series, the Verve Vault series, The Individualism of Gil Evans. These are all analog, cut from the original master tapes by Ryan K. Smith. Another great title, Listen to Art Farmer and the Orchestra. I love these jazz. I was listening to Duke Pearson. He had a Blue Note record with an orchestra. I like when these jazz cats towards the late 60s, early 70s started doing orchestra albums. They're not worth a ton of money. They're not super desirable like the rarer, smaller band stuff, but they're a lot of fun to listen to. Bako, Chachami. This is a Japanese import. Let's see, nice thick tip-on jacket. Art Blakey and the New Jazz Messengers. Buttercorn Lady, 60th Anniversary Edition, live at the Lighthouse, Hermosa Beach, January 1966. Art Blakey plays with a new generation of jazz messengers. The new guys, these are the new cats. Keith Jarrett, Chuck Mangione, Reggie Jackson, and Frank Mitchell. A long time ago. On lemon and lime vinyl. Ooh, another Roy Ayers. Oh, let's see, he's coming for a Vault title. This should be really good. This is one I'll probably pick up myself. Lonnie Liston Smith and the Cosmic Echoes, Visions of a New World. This is on Flying Dutchman. This is Idris Muhammad, phenomenal record. This is a Record Store Day one-step pressing, numbered and limited to 1,700 copies worldwide. This is a one-step for 38 bucks. Can't beat it. This is number 68 of 1,700. Look at all this great stuff that came out this week, man. Yusuf Lateef's Lost in Sound on Charlie Parker Records. 2 LP set on purple-ish vinyl. Bob James, 1 on BGP. Ron Carter, Duets. Oh, really good record. Gal Costa and Katana Veloso, Domingo. Really good record on Universal. Very tough to find. I mean, in this country, very tough to find an original of that. On Blue Note, we've got Fathers. The self-titled Fathers. Heated Rivalry. Have a listening party coming up for this. See how that goes. Comes with a double-sided fold-out poster, printed sleeves, and 2 trading cards. Montreal versus the Boston edition colored vinyl. Ghetto Boys on Rap-A-Lot. Let's see. We Can't Be Stopped. Mobb Deep. Hell on Earth. On Loud Records. It's crazy too, man. These are, again, all new arrivals. Kneecap, Fine Art, the debut album. Keela, New Avatar. This is the purple vinyl version. And then we also have it on black vinyl. Great record. Betty Davis, Miles Wolf Davis's second wife, maybe? Part of the archival series from Light in the Attic. Yeah, Light in the Attic is doing this. Very funky. Kind of erotic funk. I'll go with erotic funk. Really good. Ruby Winters, Diamonds on Charlie Records. The War and Treaty, the story of Michael and Tanya. Kind of cool. Kind of looks straight out of 1972, 73. The Dream, Love Hate 2 on white vinyl. Troy Mercy, Let the Night Begin. Let's see. Dilbert McClinton, live from Austin, Texas, part of the Austin City Limit, Texas, or the Austin, Texas City Limit series. They all have the same style cover artwork. This is the Texas edition on red, white, and blue vinyl, limited to 1,000 copies. I've got a few of these myself. I've got, I think, Johnny Cash. I've got David Byrne had one. A few others. Maybe Fats Domino had one too. Motorhead, Kiss of Death. A previously unreleased radio broadcast concert from the Lowlands Festival in 2007. But this is official release from BMG. Necrosis, An Undying Love for a Burning World. Comes 2 LP set. That's how it comes from the factory, so not factory sealed per se. But that's how they shipped it. Let's see. Periphery, a pale white dot, black and white splatter, semi-opaque vinyl. Opeth on clear vinyl. This is Still Life. This is a UK clear vinyl exclusive. Oh my God, we're still going, still cracking. Let's see, Corrosion of Conformity, limited to 750 copies. America's volume dealer on white and black swirl vinyl. This is number 133. Does anybody ever like, for some reason I always name the numbered copies off during the video. Does anybody ever get one of these and be like, oh yeah, that's the one from the video? Black Sabbath, featuring Tony Iommi, 7th star. Part of the UK imports that they're doing. This is Wasp, The Last Command on clear vinyl. Queensryche, Conditioned Human on white vinyl from Back on Black. From Music on Vinyl, we've got Zeke, Kicked in the Teeth, limited to 500 copies on crystal clear and turquoise marble colored vinyl, number 203. The Old Crow Medicine Show on, let's see, Big Iron World. Nice tip-on jacket. And I think these are variations, or maybe I didn't show these last week, or variations came in of the albums that I didn't have. This is Madonna's new album, Confessions 2, on translucent red colored vinyl. And I think this is the limited edition variation that is on translucent pink. Includes a coat check tag. And then this, I think, is the only restock. Megadeth's Euthanasia. I think this is a restock. Maybe not. All right, guys, that is it. Get your pre-order in for the Funkadelic. I'm so looking forward to it. This is a great week. If Funkadelic actually came out in, to coincide with the Rolling Stones, this would have been the best new release week of the year. But great record. Check it out. Like I said, I think some of the singles on this are better than what they've even released. So it's not like you've heard, it's not like going to the movies now, you've already seen all the good parts in the trailer. I think the trailer for this record didn't do it justice. Check us out online, guys, theingroove.com. Until next time.